While most celebrities struggle to monetize their fame, the Kardashians have cracked the code on turning every Instagram post, every controversy, and every family moment into cold hard cash. We're talking about a family that makes $100 million annually just from existing online. And today, we're exposing exactly how they do it. The Kardashian-Jenner empire isn't built on talent. Not in the traditional sense anyway. It's built on something way more valuable in today's economy: pure weaponized influence. With over 2 billion followers combined, they've basically created their own economy. Attention equals money, and they're the central bank. But here's what most people don't realize about their success. The Kardashians aren't just lucky reality TV stars who got rich by accident. They're strategic business masterminds who've built the most sophisticated influence-to-profit machine in human history. The methods they use? So calculated, so precise, they've literally rewritten the rules of celebrity business forever. Let's start with the foundation of their empire, the Parasocial relationship factory. Kim Kardashian doesn't just post photos on Instagram. She engineers emotional connections with 356 million followers. Every candid moment, carefully curated, every behind-the-scenes glimpse, strategic business move. Here's how insane this gets. When Kim posts her morning routine, she's not sharing her life. She's creating what psychologists call parasocial relationships. Millions of people feel like they personally know her. This isn't accidental. The family employs teams of social media strategists. They analyze engagement data. They determine the perfect mix of personal content, product placement, and lifestyle aspiration. Every single post is calculated. The result? When Kim recommends a product, it's not seen as an advertisement. It's advice from a friend. And friends don't lie about skincare, right? This is why a single Instagram post from Kim commands up to $1 million. She's not selling ad space. She's selling trust at scale. But wait, it gets crazier. The real genius lies in their content multiplication strategy. Most celebrities create content once and pray it goes viral. The Kardashians? They create content that generates more content. It's called the ruminating strategy, and it's absolutely brilliant. Picture this. Something dramatic happens in their lives. Do they just post about it once? Hell no. They milk it across every platform for months. First comes the cryptic Instagram story, then the paparazzi shots worth $50,000 each. Next, they address it on their reality show 6 months later with never-before-seen footage. Finally, they reference it in interviews for the next 2 years. Want proof? Kylie's secret pregnancy with Stormi. 1 pregnancy, 2 years of content. The mystery post worth millions in engagement. The reveal video that broke the internet. Behind-the-scenes footage selling for 6 figures. First photos, birthday parties. That's not content creation, that's content alchemy. One moment becomes dozens of monetizable opportunities. Now let's talk about their most lucrative weapon, the scarcity and exclusivity engine. Kylie Cosmetics didn't become a $1.2 billion brand because the products were revolutionary. It became successful because Kylie mastered artificial scarcity psychology. Every product launch follows the same formula: limited quantities, countdown timers, exclusive previews for followers, the constant threat that you might miss out. When Kylie's first lip kit launched, sold out in 1 minute. Not because there were only a few units, but because the marketing created such intense demand that people felt they had to buy immediately or lose their chance forever. This FOMO marketing bypasses rational decision-making. People aren't buying lip gloss. They're buying the feeling of being chosen, of not missing out on what everyone's talking about. But here's where it gets really sophisticated. The Kardashians don't just create scarcity around products, they create scarcity around access to themselves. Kim's mobile game, Kim Kardashian Hollywood, generated over $200 million. Why? It promised something money usually can't buy: the chance to live like a Kardashian, even virtually. The game doesn't just entertain, it feeds the fantasy that you could be part of their world. Players spend real money on virtual clothes because the game taps into their deepest desires for status and recognition. Think about that for a second. Virtual clothes, real money, millions of dollars. This brings us to their most controversial strategy: cultural appropriation as brand differentiation. The Kardashians have consistently adopted elements from Black culture, repackaged them for mainstream audiences, profited enormously from the process. Kim's cornrows became boxer braids, their fashion styles, beauty standards. They've taken cultural elements from marginalized communities and presented them as new trends to their predominantly white, affluent audience. This isn't accidental cultural mixing, it's strategic cultural arbitrage. They identify trends that haven't reached mainstream white culture yet, adopt them early, then profit as those trends become widely accepted. The controversy this generates actually benefits them. Controversy equals attention. Attention equals money. Even their critics become part of their content ecosystem. Every think piece, every social media debate, every academic discussion about their cultural impact extends their reach and reinforces their relevance. They've weaponized criticism itself. Let's examine their cross-promotion multiplication effect. Most businesses operate in silos. The Kardashians? They operate as a unified brand ecosystem where every family member's success amplifies everyone else's. When Kendall walks a runway for Balenciaga, it doesn't just benefit Kendall. It elevates the entire family's fashion credibility. When Kylie launches a new $45 lip kit, Kim promotes it to her 356 million followers. Khloe shares it with her 302 million. Suddenly, one product launch reaches multiple demographics simultaneously. This cross-pollination means they're not competing for attention. They're multiplying each other's influence. It's like having 5 separate marketing departments working toward the same goal. But here's their most ingenious strategy, what I call lifestyle as product. The Kardashians don't just sell makeup, clothes, or apps. They sell the aspiration to live like them. Every product sells the same thing, the promise that you can buy your way into their world. Skims isn't just shapewear. It's the underwear that helps you achieve Kim's $4 billion silhouette. Kylie Cosmetics isn't just makeup. It's the tools to look like the youngest self-made billionaire in history. Good American isn't just jeans. It's the confidence that comes with Khloe's body positivity message. This is why their engagement rates on brand accounts might be low, but their conversion rates are astronomical. They're not just influencing purchasing decisions. They're influencing life decisions. People don't just buy their products. They buy into their worldview, their values, their definition of success and beauty. Want proof this works? Kim's Skims reached a $4 billion valuation in just 4 years. Kylie became a billionaire before age 25. The family collectively earns over $100 million annually from ventures that barely existed a decade ago. But here's what makes their influence truly unprecedented. They've created a feedback loop where wealth generates more influence, which generates more wealth, which generates more influence. When Kim wears a $10,000 dress, fashion searches for similar styles spike by 3,000%. When Kylie uses a $50 product, it sells out globally within hours. When any of them endorses a brand, that brand's stock price increases immediately. They've become economic indicators unto themselves. The Kardashians have created the blueprint for 21st century celebrity capitalism. They've shown that in the attention economy, influence isn't just power, it's the ultimate renewable resource. Every post generates more attention. More attention generates more influence. More influence generates more money. It's an endless cycle. They've proven that authenticity isn't about being real. It's about being consistently, strategically yourself in ways that create maximum economic value. They've turned their personalities into products, their relationships into content, their lives into businesses. Most importantly, they've demonstrated that the most valuable skill isn't creating something new. It's creating desire for what you already have. They've made wanting to be like them into a multi-billion-dollar industry. The Kardashians didn't just get famous and figure out how to make money. They reverse-engineered fame itself, turned it into the most efficient wealth generation machine in entertainment history. Love them or hate them, you can't deny they've mastered the game everyone else is still trying to learn. If you want to understand how influence really works in the digital age, studying the Kardashians isn't optional. It's essential, because they're not just celebrities. They're the architects of celebrity itself. If you enjoyed this glimpse into these successful empires, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos exploring the extraordinary lifestyles of the rich, powerful,